Hey there, folks. I am Charlotte, the Gulf Coast Granny, and tonight I'm just hanging out with Grumpus. Grumpus will be here in a little bit. Um, y'all know he's always late. Actually, I'm a little bit late tonight as well. Um, I laid down and took a nap and just woke up a little bit ago, about 30 minutes ago. Um, I had intended to go live at around 9:30, and it just didn't work out for me. So here I am. And I'm looking forward to talking to everybody and catching up and see what's going on. And hey, Denise, how are you doing tonight? Are you working? DJ, hey, you are not going to believe this, DJ. I thought about you today because my son um, sent me a, wait a minute, MacBook Air for Mother's Day. Hey, Erica, how are you? Oh, you started your first diamond painting last night. That's awesome. So what is it? What's it a picture of? Hey, Jackie, thanks for coming in, y'all. Um, so yeah, I got this package yesterday, and my son told me he had sent Murphy, my other son, his old Xbox. And he said, be looking out for it. You're going to have to sign for it. DJ, I don't know if I need help or not. But I will say this. Ever since this morning, I figured out how to work StreamYard and get all my information in there and create an account. And I downloaded the Chrome browser. Those are the three things I've done. But, oh, a quilt block, just 5 colors. Oh, yeah, that's a great one to start with, too. Your phone syncs automatically with your laptop. Well, I don't have an iPhone, so I don't know if it'll do that yet. I've still got a lot of reading to do. Hey, Michelle, how are you? Jackie, did you hear my good news? My son sent me a MacBook Air for Mother's Day, and I'm tickled to death. Y'all, I can't even tell you the shock and awe because there was another package in there and it didn't have a name on it or anything. So I laid it up here on this old freezer. Excuse me. And when next time my son called, I was going to ask him, hey, what is this other thing? Is it the manual for, because it was kind of heavy. I said, is it the manual for the Xbox? Because I don't know what it is. So he called this morning and he goes, hey, did you get your package? And I said, yeah, Murphy's tickled to death with the Xbox, right? He goes, no, the other package. I said, what other package? I said, oh, you mean that one that didn't have anything on it? I said, I didn't open that because I didn't know who it belonged to. He goes, Mom, that's for you. I said, okay. He goes, it's for Mother's Day. Open it. So I opened it and I couldn't even say anything, y'all. I had tears streaming down my face. I could not believe it. I know I was needing one so bad. And I remember talking to him about, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks ago, telling him that I was saving money for a new computer. Oh, Mom, you should get a MacBook. And I'm like, I can't afford no MacBook right now. I said, I'm putting 2 kids through college. I mean, well, I'm putting one through college and saving for the other one, right? Oh, yes, it's definitely possible, DJ. It is. It's real possible. But everybody says this thing's easier than a regular PC. And I remember when I had my old iMac, I loved that thing. And it lasted for probably 8 or 9 years. And it was super simple to operate. Really, really simple. So, and if this is has any similarities to it whatsoever, then I think I'll be okay, really. Um, but I'm very excited. And y'all, the screen is so big. It's only a 13-inch, but compared to my little bitty Chromebook, it feels like it feels huge. Mm. And see my new additions. There they are. I am so excited. And I really can't get a close up of them right now, but I'll probably do a short video on them later in the week. But I got some really pretty fish. I was real surprised. They sent me 3 black moors. I'm not crazy about black moors, but I will say this. One of them has these really pretty, almost silver glittery scales on the side of it. And if you're not looking fast, you'll miss it. So I decided to name that one Voodoo. That and then I got another one in there that I named Marie Laveau. And then I got another one that I've already named Flake, and another one I named Dottie. So those are the names so far. They do get huge. They do. It's just the only reason that I prefer not to have the black ones is because they're going to be in the pond, and they're really hard to see in the pond. So it's almost like, well, why have one if I'm not going to be able to see it anyway? But what I thought about doing was keeping Voodoo and Marie Laveau in the house. And this is a temporary setup for these fish. Poppy and I have to clean the pond out tomorrow and get it ready for them. So they're going to live in here since they're babies, and this is such a small aquarium. They're going to live in here no more than a week. Hey, Lydia, how are you tonight? But I've got a larger aquarium than this. I've got 20-gallon aquariums, 30-gallon aquariums. I got a 55-gallon aquarium. I just got to go out back and sift through the ones that I want. I'm probably going to put them in the 30. I figure 2 goldfish in the 30-gallon will cut down a lot on water changes and, the mess, because goldfish are messy fish. But I have to get a few things before I can set that up. I don't have a pump for the aquariums anymore. I haven't used them in a few years, so I just threw them all away. And one thing I'm so glad that I saved was my air pump. Not pump, filter for the aquarium is what I don't have. But I'm really glad I saved my air pump. I've got a really nice air pump, and you might be able to hear it running because it is kind of loud. But yeah, I've got 2 air stones in the aquarium just so they can get air, and I've been changing the water every day, doing a 50% water change just to make sure that they're not swimming around in their own waste. Every day's a little excessive maybe, but the water's getting really cloudy every day, so I know that they're getting messy. Oh, Lydia, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. It has to be a rough day for you. We'll be praying for you, darling. Gosh, I hate that. I hate that for you. DJ said, you will start to see why I like Mac. Oh, I know why you like it. I do. I really do. Like I said, I had one before, and it took me a long time to get used to the Chromebook that I bought. But I'm sure that now they can do a whole lot more than they could do when I had my other one. I just know it. And I haven't been able to keep up if that makes any sense. Yeah, thanks, Denise. I really do like the aquarium. And I was telling Poppy today that I didn't realize how much I missed having my aquarium behind me. And let me tell you what happened. Now, Denise, I know you probably weren't here when I had my other cat in my other aquarium. But years ago, when I was live streaming, my cat used to jump up here and sit and watch the fish and dip his hand in there and drink the water. And it used to be a thing. Everybody would really, they would kind of laugh and get a kick out of the cat fooling with the fish. It wasn't an hour after I put that aquarium together and got the fish settled and got all the work done that I needed to do to it. And Birdie, my calico cat, was sitting up here. This wasn't here. This is my air purifier. But she was sitting right here on the corner with her face glued up against the aquarium. So what I did was I took, since I don't have a lid, I took my, what is this called? You know, where you put hot cookies on it so they can a cooling rack, cooling rack. So I put this up on top of it to keep the cats out. And I honestly don't know if it's going to work or not, but so far so good. There. Oh my goodness. So, Jackie, how far have you gotten on your cow? How many extra rows have you done? Okay, I will, DJ. I will. I'm just curious because I had to pull mine out all the way to the second row again. Yeah. It's making me mad because it's not, those dreadlocks are not lining up like I think they should. And I might just have to just keep going and go with it. Oh, you haven't worked on it at all? Are you feeling better? I sure hope so. I've been working on the blanket. Yeah. The plant. Oh, the plant. I know what you're talking about now. Are you still working on the... Yes, we are. Yes. This is what I've got done. I had a couple more rows on him, but it didn't look right to me. So I went back. I'm going to go back around and make sure that I'm not messing up. I can't promise I was messing up before, but it just didn't feel right and it didn't look right. So I took it out. Hey, Dari, how are you doing? Yeah, I took it out to redo just for my own enjoyment. Honestly, ripping stuff out and starting over again is not enjoyable at all, just in case you didn't know that. But I haven't finished my diamond painting yet, that world map. I got a little burned out on the same color drills. So I thought I would start that again tomorrow after we get the pond cleaned out, because I really want to get that finished, because I just bought a smaller and new diamond painting. And I'll show you if I can get to my account here. Yeah, I can. Okay. It'll have to be on the phone, but that's okay. I think. Okay. There. That's the next one. And this one, let's see. It says it has AB drills in it. The Aurora Borealis. So they're going to have a different shine on them. I know, I do too. I love them. I just love them. Their tails are always so beautiful. But when people draw them, they get it all in there. Um, but this is supposed to have the real shiny drills, and I'm super excited to see if it really does. Um, but it's 20 inches long, and it's only 9.8 inches across. And I think that that's the actual size of the picture and not the extra stuff around the outside of the picture. Thank you, Dari. I love it, Dari. I love it too. I think it's going to be so nice. I have a cat one that I'm going to do too, but I want to get a few smaller ones under my belt to feel like I've accomplished something. That map painting is so big, and it's taken me so long. And I just really want to get something quick and easy out of the way a couple of times before I start the cat, because the cat is going to be about as big as the map painting. And it's got a lot of really dark colors in it. And I'm a little nervous about it, to be honest with you. Yeah. Hey, Oracles, how are you? And happy month. Wait a minute. Yeah. Thank you so much. I found moons on clearance at Walmart. Decided why not? I don't blame you. I would do it. Look, 10 by 10. That's a great starting size. That's great. Hobby Lobby has nice small ones too. Yes, they sure do. Nothing is ever going to make me put down my crochet hooks, but I think diamond painting might be able to pull me away for a little while. And I'm really grateful for Jackie and Kelly and Renee for doing these amigurumis on Fridays, because it makes me do it. You know what I mean? Just to do it. Thank you so much, Oracle's channel. Hey, if y'all aren't familiar with the Oracle's channel, go by and check them out if you're interested. I appreciate it. I appreciate it so much. I understood what you meant. Isn't it funny how we learn to kind of translate a little bit up here whenever we're reading the chat? Yeah, okay. So anyhow, the diamond painting stuff, I just love it. And I would buy all the pictures if I could. But I was gonna say, Dari, I was on Amazon, and now the fish one was $9.99. But they've got some like this one. Now, this doesn't look anything like this picture. And I know that because I read the reviews and people have pictures of it in the reviews. But the regular price of this is $7.99. Look how pretty that is. It's a shame it doesn't look like that picture whenever it's done. But the regular price is $7.99, and they've got 30% off. Like, if you go to Amazon, I don't know if you guys are familiar, and I didn't flip my computer. Shoot. Anyhow, that's the price, but right underneath the price, you can click that little box, and it'll say, apply 30% coupon. Well, that's $5.30 something, you know? I have seen them as low as $3.99 on Amazon. And, for a fun hobby that is relaxing and that you enjoy, that's a pittance to pay for it. I can't tell you how much yarn I've got in this house and how many thousands of dollars I have spent over the years, not recently, but a lot of this yarn I've been collecting for probably 20, 25 years, and I don't collect it on purpose. I buy it and then I don't have a plan for it. So it just sits until I figure out what to do with it. And, sometimes with yarn, you buy it because it's pretty, or you buy it because it's on sale and you think you might need it. And that might not necessarily be the yarn that you're excited about planning a project for. There are some yarns that you get super excited. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to make XYZ out of this yarn. But there's other yarns, that you just don't. Do y'all go through that too when you're crocheting? I don't know. I know I do. Hey, Crafty Gypsy, how are you tonight? Thank you so much for coming in. Hey, Charlotte and friends, not to be gossipy, but have you heard from Georgia Peachnut's return? I've been seeing shorts videos from her channel. But I have not talked to, Mona would know, but I have not talked to her in a few days since before Miss Peachnut had her procedure. So, no, I have not. I've just seen some video, and I don't know, the videos that I've seen on Miss Peachnut's channel, I don't know if she had them scheduled out because, Mona helps her with some of that stuff. So I don't know if she had them scheduled out to cover while she was gone. Oh, Erica, that's good to know. I'm so glad to hear that. I really am. Woo, yay. Go, Miss Peachnut. Go, Miss Peachnut. Maybe she'll come in tonight because she don't sleep. Oh, that is good news. That is very good news, Erica. Thank you for letting us know that. Hey, Mona, how are you? I was just talking about you. Did you hear me? Hey, Mona, look. I don't know if you saw my picture or not, but I'm going to go back and show you again. I got a new diamond painting. It's coming on Tuesday. Look at that. She said she'll be busy for Mother's Day and her birthday is Monday. Okay. I love Miss Peachnut. She's so sweet. When she's sweet. And she's funny when she's not. You know what I mean? Excuse me, guys. It is neat, isn't it? I love the fish. I love the fish. If you'd have told me when I was a young person, like when I was raising my family in the beginning, say in my 20s and early 30s, if you would have told me I'd have had 8 chickens, 10 fish, 2 dogs, and loved to garden, I'd have told you you'd lost your mind. Isn't it funny how we evolve, as time goes on? And you know what? I told DJ I would send him a link. Hang on one second. Just 1 second, guys. I don't know how to use Facebook with the new computer yet, so I'm going to have to, help me welcome my friend Grumpus to the stage. Grumpus, where are you? Fiddlesticks. There you are.
Hello.
Hang on. There we go. How are you?
I'm doing great. How about you guys?
Couldn't be better. Could not be better. This has
That's
been
superb.
a really good day. I got My living room completely cleaned, mopped the floors, cleaned the walls, washed the curtains, you name it. And it
Wow.
feels, I feel energized from it. I'm serious. I was so sick of looking at it in there, and I'm like, oh my gosh, can we just throw everything out?
I wish Mother's Day had that effect around here.
Well, sometimes I just get tired and I go crazy a little bit and I get everything done. Now, my kitchen looks like a tornado went through it. But here's the problem with that. I told my son this morning at about 9:30, hey boy, you need to get this kitchen cleaned up. That means do all the dishes, unload the dishwasher, wipe off the counters, clean the refrigerator, the whole thing, right? It was 9 o'clock tonight when I crawled out of bed from a nap. He's on his new Xbox game,
Ooh.
and my kitchen's a disaster. And I looked at his father and I said,
Well, you can't do everything.
no, but he can delegate. Boy, what are you doing on that game? Did you do what your mother said? See, that's the kind of backup I expect. Did not happen. Did not happen. So I was a little miffed, just a little. So I sent them all to bed without dinner. So you're in the tiki bar tonight.
Yeah, I'm seaside tonight.
Yeah, I like that. That's
I
cool.
saw all your fish. I thought I'd get up there too, with these as close to fish as I could get.
Aren't they wonderful? I know you can't hardly see them, but
Well, I can see them.
I'm tickled to death.
Where did you end up getting them?
I just ordered them online like I always do.
Okay.
But I did find, I'm very excited about this. I found a water garden in Mobile.
Nice.
They sell fish, they sell plants, they sell the whole 9 yards.
When are you going?
I was going to go yet today, but I got distracted and I got to cleaning and I figured maybe I'll just go, he's sucking up. God love him. Look what my son just brought me. Don't look, Jackie.
What a suck up. I mean, that's a good start.
It is a good start. Look at this.
I see it.
You think she might have some Julesy jeans in her? What are you doing staring at? There's a mosquito hawk in that corner up there, and she is zoned in on it.
Now, this water garden is open to the public, correct?
Yes, it is. I forget the name of it. Let me look again. Hang on.
Well, that's what 50 or a half hour from you.
Oh, that's an hour and 15 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
well, not bad.
Yeah. But that's still not a bad trip under the circumstances. It's not like I'll go every 6 months. Mobile.
I drive that far to the one I go to in Katy.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's worth it.
Well, absolutely.
Definitely. Wait a minute. I got to do this differently.
I mean, it's just far enough you can beat somebody out of dinner if you play your cards right.
Right. Right. In Mobile.
What's the name of it?
I'm looking right now. Is that it? Yes. Pond Elegance is the name of it. And I haven't called them yet, but this is what I found when I Googled goldfish for sale near me.
All right.
So, and I want to call them and find out, do they only sell the long-bodied goldfish or do they sell the fancies as well? Because, a lot of people who have ponds, they're not going to put the fancies in a pond. They're a little more sensitive to environmental changes and stuff. and they need a little extra TLC.
Mhm.
Why is that man pulling his drawers down?
Oh, geez. You know, I put this up there because I thought it's commercial free. Happy Mother's Day.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. That's hilarious. I almost choked to death on it. Hey, what'd you do with my puffs?
So where did you get your fish?
Next day koi. Get them back. I want to eat some of them. They're not melted. Oh, jeez.
And they're online?
Yes, next day koi. And
I'll
I've
look them
bought
up.
from them before and had good luck. So I figured I'd do it again. And I
I'll
was
look
in
them
a
up.
hurry and I couldn't wait. So there's that. And now here I am. In a hurry, couldn't wait, but the pond's not ready for the fish yet.
It's got water in it, doesn't it?
Yeah, but I need to clean it.
Okay.
I tested it the other day, and there needs to be some work done. No, I do need them, Jackie. I do. Yeah. I'm only gonna eat like
9.
no,
36 of them.
no. I'm only gonna eat a few of them. I was thinking 3.
Oh,
Sorry.
DJ's in here.
Yeah, I'm about to send him. I got distracted again. He asked me to send him a link, so
I did say hi to everybody.
I need to get that done.
Slipping.
That's okay. You go say hi, and I'll do this, or you know what I mean.
God's Desire's in here.
Oh, hey, God's Desire.
Jane's
Well,
in here.
Dari, I think that's a wonderful idea you just had.
Mona's in here.
Dari said, why not just eat 4?
Well, I'd round it up. I wouldn't need an even number.
Y'all keep going. Just keep on going. Paste.
All right.
There you go, DJ.
Hopefully I got everybody. Oh, there's Terry's in here.
Hey, Terry. Oh, you know what? I'll send Mona one too. Wait a minute. How do I send Mona one? Okay. If she wants one. I should send one to Marcel, but she's always so stinking busy. You know, she's got the kids and
Yeah.
they're always up and at 'em. Welcome, my good friend DJ. DJ, what'd you do with your clothes?
Oh my goodness.
Hey,
Oh no.
how long has it been? How long has it been so?
What's going on, DJ? I haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah, it's been a bit.
You look nice. I like your haircut.
Say you.
You're welcome.
So I got good news for you.
What is it?
In the next 5 to 6 weeks,
Yeah.
I may have. Well, hold on. Let me make sure I'm not getting confused on what I want to say.
Okay.
In the next, okay, let's say like this. Everything that needed to get put in got put in for, you know what? If you don't think back to the last time we chat, what did I tell you that I would walk on and get it.
The chair.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
So if we just put in for that, so I might have it win the next month or
I am
two.
very happy for you, dear. I
Yeah.
really am. Sorry. I can't.
No, you're fine. You're fine. It's not like I haven't talked to you with your
Yeah, we haven't
mouth.
talked in a long time.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is I'm used to you. I'm used to you eating while we talk. Uh,
God's Desire said, Jackie, I received my second order of strawberries, and oh no, they were the wrong ones.
Try it goes design.
That's aggravating.
Yeah.
Yeah, what did they send you? Will they grow in your area? Oh man, that's a bummer. So how's your vines doing, Grumpus?
They're doing very well.
Are they vines yet?
They're oh yeah, they're starting to send tendrils. They're up probably 10 inches
Oh, awesome.
up the little trellis she's got stuck in the pot.
Mm-hmm. Careful. They'll get bigger.
So they're I think I got them contained pretty well, but they
Good.
should look really nice if they grow up the way I think they're going to.
Oh, they will. As long as the heat don't kill them, they will. Okay, I sent Mona a thingamabobber. Awesome. Granny, could I get a blue wrench so I can subscribe? Yes, ma'am, you can, Dari. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But I gotta go over there and do that on YouTube.
But yeah, I could tell you for in the next week or two, I know we will be talking non-stop because you're gonna need my help at
You're so
some.
sure of yourself.
Come on, DJ. Just because she drank the Kool-Aid, you don't own her.
I didn't drink it. Somebody drank it for me.
I feel like I've lost another one.
No, hold.
I knew you were going to say that. I was so scared to send you that picture this morning.
Yeah.
I said that to Vicky. I said, look what Charlotte done did. She done drunk the Kool-Aid.
No. Hold, son, hold it down her mouth.
Vicky says, what's she going to do? I said, she's not going to ask me for help because I don't know anything about them.
I know, right? I know. I did. I thought about as soon as I opened it, DJ's name popped into my head.
Yeah. Right.
And then I thought, oh my God, I got to show this to Grumpus.
Oh, how do we tell him?
I said, Poppy, I'm going to send this picture to Grumpus. You watch. He's going to say, you drank the Kool-Aid.
No, I was very nice. I tried to control myself because I knew tonight was coming.
Pretty funny, isn't it? Gosh.
Yes, it is.
Well, if you figure it out and it works for you, go for it.
Well, and can't beat free.
No, you can't. I mean,
because I
like
never
I
would have
said,
spent my money on it.
Like I said all along, I think they make good hardware. I just don't like their politics. I don't like the way they do business.
I understand that. I do. I don't like the fact
they have good hardware.
It's proprietary, everything.
Oh yeah.
But I get it. If I was a business person, I would want everybody buying my stuff and buying the accessories to my stuff and buying, if I was in business.
I would love to sell RAM for $300 when I can buy it for $50 everywhere.
Right. That too.
Come on, DJ, you got quiet.
No,
long time to wait to get the runs. It is. Dari likes orange Kool-Aid.
Hey, hey,
I'm getting there, Dari. I'm sorry.
all I'm gonna say is that the first question was asked tonight, but not in the form of a question.
What?
Which was,
all right, I've had enough.
how did I get Facebook on here? That was the question.
Did I ask that question? Because no, I didn't ask a question. I said
no. It was indirectly asked.
it was a little indirect. I said I don't know how to put Facebook on my Mac yet.
Yes.
That's what I said. Yeah.
And I took that as a indirect question. Hey.
But it's okay because I always have the backup right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what, God's Desire, I think Jackie's right. And in fact, if I were you, I would call them and say, I need a refund because this is ridiculous. You ordered them 2 months ago. You hadn't gotten them yet. And now you get the wrong thing. That's completely unacceptable. Unacceptable. I'm sorry.
I could guarantee you, once I get you fully set up with what you need,
yeah,
you're gonna be dancing that crime book faster than anything else.
Oh, you can already tell that. Well, this picture that you're looking at,
yeah,
is just the webcam in the.
So you're using it right now. Okay, cool.
Yeah, and I need to get an adapter to go in these little C. What do you call them?
Yes.
You plug into your computer. It's a C.
USB-C.
Yes, thank you.
It's a USB.
Y'all, I feel so stupid.
Now,
there's 2 of them though, and my Chromebook only have one place to plug stuff in. But what I need is an adapter so I can, because the camera that Grumpus sent me, it has the regular USB.
Yeah, USB-A.
Yeah. So is there an adapter I can buy that goes C
to?
Yes. And does it have to be an Apple type?
No, you can get it on Amazon.
Okay. All right, God's Desire. Come back if you feel like it later. I am disappointed for you, my dear, and I really hope that you call them and get your money back.
And here's the thing, Solid. You think they're proprietary? Okay, they are, but they do license out their accessories to third parties. Where, you don't have to get an Apple branded USB-A to USB-C.
Right.
You could get a $20 one off of Amazon and it works just as good.
Yeah. Well, we're going to find out, aren't we? I'll probably waste a whole lot of money buying stuff from Amazon and having to send it back. Because I'm going to try to do this economically. Now, if there's something I want, like, a really good mic, that's my next. I don't know if I should. I think I'm going to go with a good mic.
Yeah.
I was thinking about, should I get a new camera or should I get a new microphone?
Microphone.
Mic.
Exactly.
Audio's everything. thing.
That's what I want to do. So I need to get a really good wireless that I can do. Well, it's not going to matter if it's wireless or not because I use my phone for my wireless stuff. Where I'm walking around and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I thought about getting like a Blue Yeti or a Shure or some. What kind do you have, Grumpus?
Get it. Well, I've got a Rode.
Oh, okay.
You probably want to go that route, but they've Elgato's got a nice desktop mic that you probably like, and it's USB.
Okay.
And it's USB.
Yeah. Yeah, I would even do a car or Blue Snowball is good as well.
Who? Which one?
The one I used to use was called a Blue Snowball.
Okay, Snowball.
Yeah.
Okay. That was the word I was having a hard time with. I didn't quite understand.
Yeah, now I got it.
Okay. Well, I'll figure something out. That's the same people that have that camera that you like as well, isn't it? Grumpus.
Yeah.
Elgato or Delgado?
Elgato.
Elgato. Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds like a cat. Elgato.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh! Look at that. I'm going to make you big. I forgot how.
Go to your picture and click on the right upper corner of his picture down.
Solo. There. Got it. Okay. Oh, that's nice.
That's and it's USB.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this. Where do you put yours in? Is it in front of you or is it on a bar?
It just, this one here, the way they've got it set up, you just set it on the desk in front of you.
Oh, okay. So
it's got a mount. It's got a mount. If you wanted to put it on an arm, you could.
Oh, okay.
But these are pretty popular mics.
Okay.
Tom, go do the dishes.
Hey, Tom Garvey, the keto cook. Hey, Tom Garvey, the keto cook.
There's my buddy Tom. How you doing?
Hey, Tom.
I'm a bobber too.
Tom, we're spending Charlotte's money because you weren't here.
I know, right?
Hey, Tom. Charlotte drank my Kool-Aid.
Oh, man. Listen to this.
What? I did get a toy. Tom Garvey, the keto cook.
Yeah, Charlotte drank my Kool-Aid, Tom.
So Murphy got fired from the dishwashing job for the second time.
Oh, man.
That's what happens when you don't go to work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I had to come to Jesus with him this morning.
Hey, Charlotte.
Look, I'm sorry. Go ahead, DJ. Go ahead.
You could most likely take Grumpus off the...
Oh, I forgot. I'm sorry. Thank you.
Hey.
Hang on. Let me... Okay, I don't want to remove exit solo. Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
I forgot that was there.
That's more than DJ can handle.
So here's the problem. Every time it was time for him to go to work in the past 2 months, he's had a migraine.
How convenient.
Isn't it? Here's the problem, though. It's been at least 3 out of 5 times, okay? Because, he had the broken leg, or broken foot, excuse me.
Yeah.
He was out for that whole 3 weeks. The very next day back to work, he had to come home with a migraine. Then he went back the next day, got a migraine. Well, his dad took him his medicine and said, no, you're staying at work. So he did, came home, went to bed, blah, blah, blah. But every one of those times, we also had a storm. Well, this week, and I don't know how to interpret all this, but we took him to the neurologist on Thursday, and they've changed all of his medicine because these migraines are out of control. But what I'm having to do this week is wean him off the first one to put him on another one.
Yeah.
And he's in the middle of that process. So it doesn't surprise me that yesterday he had a migraine because he only had half of his prevention medicine and we had a storm. I don't believe that he was fooling about that. I just don't like the way he went about it. What he should have done, instead of calling and saying, I can't come in, he should have said, Bill, I'm sorry, I have a headache. I'm going to take my medicine and I'm going to be about 30 minutes late because I'm going to wait till my dad gets home and he'll bring me to work.
Yeah.
That's what he should have done.
Yeah.
Maybe that would have went over a little better than I'm not coming in.
Well, you just need to show him that picture of him and his gal at the prom, and she don't want no dude who don't work.
Yeah.
I'll be right back, guys. I don't put these in the thing before I eat all of them.
Uh,
I will. You watch me. I'll
we have brought you down a bottle of Fireball.
Keep them close just in case you change your mind.
Oh, I'm not putting them outside. Tom, I sent you a link on Facebook. You are more than welcome to come up here and join us if you want to. In fact, it is encouraged. Which podcast are we talking about?
The one I was on. His last podcast.
Oh.
Tom's last podcast.
Wait a minute. The one you posted last night?
I think you posted it. Yeah. What is it? Yeah. Yesterday morning, I think.
Midnight?
No.
Which channel was it on?
Sunday Dinner Chef.
Oh, no, I haven't seen that one yet. I have not seen it. Did you enjoy yourself?
Oh, it was fun.
Good. I will go watch it as soon as I'm done live streaming tonight.
Yeah.
It's the two best looking guys on the internet on one plate.
I don't know how I missed it.
I doubt
it was great.
I doubt that. I
DJ's gonna argue with that.
Says a shirtless man.
Oh no, DJ's a pretty handsome guy. We need to find DJ a girlfriend on here.
No.
He said no.
No.
Oh well.
I'm okay with online places, not online relations.
I know it's just a bunch of hassle, DJ.
Yeah.
Just a bunch
It really is. I mean, this is the cheapest way to hang with gals.
Ain't that the truth? You don't have to spend money on them. You don't have to dress up for them. No. So what'd you have for dinner, Grumpus?
We had a late lunch, so I had some catfish and fried shrimp, that kind of stuff.
That sounds good.
And
did
then,
you outserve it, or did you make it yourself?
And then we hit the Dairy Queen about 5 o'clock tonight and had some dessert.
Yay! Dory.
No.
Dory says, DJ, make sure she has money.
That's very good advice.
It is awesome.
Very
advice.
good. In fact, you need a rich blue hair with a bad ticker. Somebody just wants something pretty to hang on her arm.
Oh my. That's a ticket for you right there. Ticket.
And when you find her, see if she got a sister.
You better be careful.
Yeah, how close are you to Mrs. Grumpus right now?
She don't watch my stuff.
You don't watch Grumpus' stuff. She should, huh?
Yeah,
No.
she needs to watch this.
I'm not going to let her watch anything with a half-naked man on.
Don't you, Grumpus?
You can't see anything.
I tell that to Poppy all the time. Next time, if anything happens to you, I'm getting me one with one foot in the grave and rich.
That's it.
Hey, Tom.
There he is. There he is.
Go did the dentist stuff.
I know why you don't have a shirt on, DJ, because you got all wet doing all them pots and pans.
No. No, that's you, Tom.
What's up, guys? How you doing?
Hey, doing good, Tom. How you doing?
I can't complain. Nobody will listen.
Yeah,
Ain't
that's
that-
true.
Now, did you get a haircut, Tom?
Nah, I just slicked it back a little bit more.
Oh, okay. Looks like you got a haircut.
Today we did Mother's Day today because my
Okay.
daughter and my grandson have to work tomorrow. So
Okay.
Was it
98
a great day?
degrees.
Did you have to cook?
of course, not Father's Day. Even Father's Day, I cook.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the question is more.
I don't do
What?
dishes no more. I graduated.
No, you do these things.
But
What did you have? That's
I-
the question.
my daughter requested chicken marsala and some pasta, which was pretty easy. So it was good.
Mm. Okay, no, that's cool.
Dari, you're funny. Granny, make sure you have a pen handy to fill out the insurance.
Yeah.
Dari, I promise you that beneficiary will be changed in a New York minute.
So what's all this Kool-Aid stuff I've been hearing?
Okay, so
Grumpus is making fun of me.
Tom, you know what type of cookie roll I use, right?
DJ's wallering and basking in the
He's basking in his
In-
own glory,
in the
isn't
fruit
he?
bowl.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
my son sent me an app, a Mac Air Pro for Mother's Day.
Wow.
I know. I was like blown away. Totally blown away. But now I have to figure out how to use it.
Yeah.
You're up, DJ. You're up.
Yeah.
Pressure's on, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. We all know it's gonna be hard. Well,
DJ's gonna figure out Granny ain't as dumb as he thinks she is.
Yeah.
hey, so the one thing I know that you do is you can make any website into an app.
What?
Ah.
You can make any website into an app. So,
Yeah.
Is
like,
it a useful app?
Just because you can, should you?
Yeah.
okay, let me put it like this. You don't always have to open Chrome to go to StreamYard.
Does it have an app? Does it have an app to show you how to do dishes?
Yeah, it's called Tom Garden.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Tip top. Tip top. Grandy, that's fantastic, though. I wouldn't care what it was.
Yeah, it is.
And I am
Very nice.
so grateful, so grateful. I have needed a computer to YouTube with for a very long time, and I've just been making do, with what I've got. And yeah, it was really very. It was so nice, so nice. I tears streaming whenever I opened it. It was crazy.
I got Marie. Well, she's not my mother, but I mean, I got her dish soap and a new pan, to wash the dishes in.
A scrubby.
A scrubby.
You got yourself gift almost. Okay, I see. Good job, Tom.
I don't know, DJ. I mean, you're just full of it tonight. You know what I mean? You're just a ball buster right right off the gate.
From the get-go.
He's on an apple high all day.
I haven't talked to any of y'all in what feels like a month.
It's been a few months.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. Busy man?
My guess is it's been a month because I know in April I told you about the wheelchair.
Yes.
So it hasn't been months.
Well, it seems like it because it's not as frequent as normal.
Yeah.
That I get.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the two.
Oh, don't worry. You don't have to explain yourself to me.
Well, no, I won't put it out there. Like, I'm not getting any views on YouTube anymore at all. Like, for the last month half, my life has been dead quiet.
Oh no.
Yeah, I get people have lives. I did that. But when it's, the same two viewers every week.
Yeah.
Is getting repetitive. It's getting dull. And, I've been spending long time on TikTok meeting new people because over there is, I'm able to meet new people all the time and they're interested in the content I put out. Whereas over here, the people I have met have basically died out of my channel, and I'm not getting the activity I used to.
Right.
And I get some that is unable to put out as much content, but even if I do, it's like barely any comments, maybe one or two, and I'm not doing anything to really promote. And my channel name for Dolly is DJ Scott TV Vlogs. There's a comment as
hang on. Let's see. I'm gonna try. Oh gosh, I don't know how to do this. Darn it, DJ, drop your link.
Yeah. I'm about to.
Because I know, aren't you a mod?
Yes, I am.
I thought so. Well, I will play one of your playlists tonight.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, like, you know me, Father, I don't complain, but,
I know.
it's,
It seems like it's not worth it when you're working, because you work hard on your YouTube channel. I know you do. Thank you,
yeah,
Grumpus.
so you,
Grumpus dropped your channel name.
yeah, I saw
Link.
that,
Okay.
but, yeah, it's like, why would I continue doing YouTube if I'm not seeing any more
Right.
growth?
Right.
But,
Okay, you gentlemen are going to have to excuse me for a minute. I need to run to the ladies' room,
okay,
the powder room.
uh,
That's a better term, isn't it? Powder room.
no,
It is.
no.
I'll be back.
Not in the 80s, it wasn't. So
So,
it was. We had a pretty good. What do you call it? Pretty good podcast, Grumpus. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. It went by so quick.
I didn't even tap on half the stuff that I want to talk about. You know what I mean?
Well, we might have to do a part two. In
Part
6
B.
months. So,
yeah, part two. With, Tom, you and I should need to do that for that, for,
I'll have you up on. It's on the Sunday dinner show. I'll bring you up in a heartbeat. We'll talk about Italian food.
yeah, 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 no, we need to do that. We have talked about it in the past, so
Yeah, DJ, you realize how long we've known each other now. Okay,
yeah,
it's damn near 6 years.
alright, yeah,
The same. I mean, all of us. I mean, Granny Grumpus. It's about 6 years. So
yeah, it's about right. I started my channel about 7 years ago.
yeah.
yeah, it was good. I mean, I tried and I tried to go back, Grumpus, as we were talking, and put up some of the pictures about your pit and stuff like that. So
Yeah,
it took me a little bit to edit that. I didn't edit anything out. I just had to add pictures to it.
Yeah, you did a good job on that.
well, Tom, I had to both your bubble and I will address this with Solid when she comes back, but I've been a part of this group since 2022 at least. Maybe 2021.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
Because I met Solid when I was helping out Pixel Kia. So,
Yeah, you're right, DJ. You're right.
I mean, it's not 6 years, but it's close to that, I will admit.
It seems a lot longer, and it seems.
Yeah, no, definitely, I agree. It seems a lot longer because we talk so often. I mean, yeah, no, it definitely seems a lot longer.
Robert, you need your fishing pole out there.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I had a different one up, but the ads kept running, so we'll see how far this one gets me.
Yeah. I just watched tonight. I always watch whenever you put something out. This gentleman by the name of Peter Santinello. And he's a big podcaster. He goes all around the world and has like an even both sides. He don't play either side of the fence. So he keeps it. But he was at the Outer Banks, North Carolina.
Yeah.
Okay. And he had some guy drive him out to the ocean side. Okay. and they drove out. It's all dirt, sand, obviously. There had to be a thousand pickup trucks out there, and everybody fishing. I lived in North Carolina, and I never knew about that. I never knew that that's exactly. People go out, they they're not crazy party, but they cook the whole bit.
Yeah.
Wow, man, it was fantastic. It really was. Marie came in and seen what I was watching. She said, "No, we're not moving." Okay, all right.
Yeah. Hey, so
Yeah.
I know this might be a tough question for you, but do you remember when you and I met?
Vaguely.
Do you remember how we met?
No.
Okay, so
It's been a long time, DJ, and I'm an old lady, so you got to give me some slack here.
Thanks, Jane.
Think back to like over to mid 2022. I was helping out Pia on her live stream.
Yes.
You came in one night, came up on panel, and we got some talking.
I do remember now.
Yeah.
Reminder.
Yeah, that's how we met. Now, do I remember what month and day it was? I know it was on Monday. That's all.
Because that's when she used to go live, was on Monday.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's all I could tell you. It was on a Monday.
Dari likes your blue wall, DJ.
Yeah.
So does Grumpus.
Don't even get me started on that blue wall.
So Stella is great for doing a lot of cool effects.
Jane Doe, if you're in here, you are. Would you please drop Hillbilly Diamonds by Dari's channel, please? She does diamond art on her channel.
Nice.
And she does some beautiful work. I mean, I'm just hoping that as I progress in this, that mine can be as nice and even and as pretty as hers. She does a great job. And yeah. So there's that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jane Doe. You're the best.
Well, guys, I'm gonna head out. It was great talking to you. And solid in all its seriousness. Don't hesitate. Call me if you need help.
I will, DJ. Thank you so much for offering to help. I appreciate that
You're welcome.
so much.
Bye, guys.
Bye, dear.
Take care,
I'll
DJ.
see you, DJ. Take care.
Bless his heart.
He's been basking all day.
I know. He's so happy.
I thought about him when you sent me that
I
picture.
know.
Oh, shit.
Oh, God. DJ's never going to let us hear the end of that.
Too funny.
I did too. You and DJ were the first two people I thought of when I realized what it was.
I like busting his chops on that.
No, I said, "Oh my God, Grumpus is going to shame me forever now."
I just hung up my keto wall of fame back up in the office here, and I'm going through. I mean, I got stuff everywhere. I'm trying to get everything organized, and I pulled out one small little basket that I had a bunch of stuff in, and I pulled something up, and the first one thing that came out was DJ's sticker that he sent me. Tom do the dishes. That's the only. I got the only one. Okay, he had them make that and then
Just
send it
for
to me.
you?
Just for me.
Oh,
That's
that's
a true.
so
That's a
cool.
true ball buster. No matter how you add it up, I mean,
Yes, it
takes it right to the bitter end.
yes.
Cool as hell. Really good. Really, really good.
Oh,
So
no.
I turned around and I did. I don't put too many shorts up on this channel here too much. Okay. So the other night, a matter of fact, I was waiting for my grandson to come out of work, and I had a picture on it of actually Marie made it. It was a pork steak, and she did some Oriental sauce with it, with bok
Oh, yeah, I
choy, and
saw that.
put it on a plate and the whole bit. So I put this one up,
Uh-huh.
and by the time I got home and I checked it again, I actually forgot about it. Checked it. It had 1,600 views on it. Okay. I said, well, look at that. Okay. The next day, or I'm sorry, that night, all right, it was like after midnight, it
Yeah.
had 1,200.
People took their views back.
How did that happen?
And then the next morning it was 1,300. Okay. And then now today it's 1,200. I just sent a note off to a message off to YouTube. You know,
Yeah.
you're sending me these messages for me to, start doing more shorts, put them out there, blah, blah, blah. How do you take away 400? How do you tell me it's 1,600 and then tell me it's 1,200 now? So I'm waiting to hear about that.
That extra 400 was probably me. I left my computer on and it just kept going.
But Charlotte, it was immediately. It was immediate.
Yeah.
That first night, and then it dropped back. So
And
like
that's
DJ was saying, he's not getting enough views and stuff like that. I'm double
Right.
check into that.
Yeah. Well, I know I'm not getting as many views as I was, but last month I didn't get very many views like the month before. But this month it's starting to pick up again. So we'll see what happens.
It's crazy. I mean, it just who the hell knows what's going on.
It can be crazy.
Actually, they did send me a thing. In fact, I got it on my phone that there was a problem. There was a problem with view counting and what they're doing about it. But that was way before I put that video up. So who the hell cares though? Anyway.
Well,
I mean,
what I need to do now is, because I've got the whole live streaming thing pretty much down pat. 3 weeks out of the month, I live stream 3 nights a week, sometimes 4.
Mm-hmm.
And I usually take 1 week where I don't do so much. I do my Mondays and my Saturday, but the rest of the week I don't do anything. Right. And that's really been doing wonders.
Yeah.
I've gotten a lot of subscribers recently, and
thank you, Jane.
Probably about 100. It's more than that.
Yeah. I mean, that's
probably almost 250. So
yeah, views are really picking up. It really is picking up. The people that are watching
it's picking up a little bit. Yeah.
I was going to send you an email before. I was going to send you an email before when your cat jumped up on the freezer there and looking at the wall. I was going to say I got a number for a cat psychiatrist because the fish tank was over there and he's looking at the wall. Maybe it was Van Gogh in his other life. Who knows? Looking at the wall.
Next thing you know, we're going to have a cat with no ear.
Yeah. I started a new channel.
She was up here last night messing with the fish a little bit. That's why I had to put this. It's a cooling rack. I put that over the top.
Hey, whatever works, right?
Yeah, it's working better. I just don't want, Julesy used to eat the angelfish and they would just disappear. And I'm like, I wonder what's happening to my fish.
You see the cat laying there rubbing her belly.
Oh my God, the cat's eating my fish.
Wish you had some Cajun seasoning for that fish.
So I'm trying to protect these. And yeah, they're really neat fish. I just really like them a lot.
So when you going to have your pond ready?
Tomorrow afternoon.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Okay.
not gonna I'm taking all of the okay, here's what the plan is. The plan is to fill 2 5-gallon buckets with pond water, put all of the media from the bog filter into the pond water to preserve the bacteria. Then we're going to clean everything out, scrub it really, really good, fill it all back up, put the media back in the bog thing, put the plants back in, and then start circulating. I might let it circulate for a day or two, and then the fish will go home.
Yeah. 24 hours would probably be enough.
24 hours. Okay. Because I want to save that bacteria because I know it's very
I
valuable.
mean, going longer is not going to hurt anything.
Right.
You probably should be safe after 24 hours of circulation.
And I think I will. I do. I got some, what do you call that stuff? The water stabilizer.
Dechlorinator.
And stuff.
Dechlorinator?
Yeah. And for right now, they're so small that I didn't buy the sinking pellets for their food. And I'm thinking now maybe I should have. But right now, I'm on flakes. And then once they get a little bit bigger, I'll put them on some pellets.
It's easier to watch them, make sure they eat everything if it floats.
That is true. That's true.
Them fish back there you're going to put into the pond?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking about leaving 2 of the black ones in the aquarium. Actually, get a bigger aquarium, of course. But if you put blackfish in a pond, it gets hard to see them if your pond.
They pretty much disappear.
Yeah, and I just don't see the purpose of putting them out there if I can't see them. And so I thought I would take this one. This is Voodoo right here.
Okay.
And the other black one is Marie Laveau. Now, I don't know if they're male or female, and I don't care. That's their names.
Well, Charlotte, if it helps, I buy my food at Chewy's.
Oh, okay.
Online.
Do you get the Kari kind?
I get the floating sticks.
Okay.
And if I put little fish in there, I just crumble it up in my hand a little bit.
Okay.
But that way, you'll know if you're overfeeding them or not.
Right.
If it goes too long, if it goes a half an hour, you still got food floating, and you're way overfeeding them.
Right.
Because generally they'll gobble all that up in about 10 minutes.
Exactly. Well, and before I put them out in the pond, I want to throw some Melifix in this and treat them for parasites and any kind of bacterial infections. Because I've got one, the white one over here has a ulcer right where its tail meets its body.
Yeah.
And that's a little concerning to me.
Put a little salt in a 5-gallon bucket of water. And
I put it in here.
Okay, well that's even better.
Yeah, because
that'll help clear up some of those ulcers and
okay.
If you've got generally any small infestations of parasites, a lot of times they don't like that salt. They'll let go and just die. That's
what I'm hoping, because a lot of them have some pretty stringy and clear poop, and that's bothering me because that's kind of it can indicate stress, and they're probably stressed. They've just.
I never thought about checking that for stress.
I never had anybody check my poop for stress.
Well, in fish, that clear poop.
They can explain a lot of stuff.
That's an indicator, but it's also an indicator of parasites. So I want to get them dewormed, and the salt can take care of some of that too. I haven't seen any
good food, and good water quality will clear up a lot of stuff, Charlotte.
A lot of problems, right?
I never put chemicals in my water.
I don't know. Well,
I haven't put salt in my water in probably 10 years.
No kidding.
Natural, right? Natural.
Just let nature take care of it. We can kill them with kindness.
Yeah, I know, but that ulcer bothers me because I hope it's not contagious. That's
Yeah. Well, I
that
would
was
isolate that fish until it got a little bit better and let it join the group. There's no
I was
reason. There's no reason to treat the whole herd if you've only got one of them sick,
that's a good point.
because they get acclimated to all. People. I know people that put chemicals in there weekly, but your fish just get acclimated to it, and then when something
And
actually goes wrong, the medicine has no effect on them.
it's like it kind of destroys their immune protection.
Well, yeah,
You
it
know?
depends on it.
Yeah. Hey, Lucy, how are you doing tonight?
Kind of like a kid. You got to let him eat some dirt once in a while.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
when
Yeah.
I was first married. In fact, my daughter was probably a couple months old. Okay, I had a 50-gallon fish tank that I acquired from somebody, and with the baby, and everything like that, told my first wife, I said, "I'm going to set this up. I'm going to fix it up." You know how you get into it, with the,
Oh yeah.
next thing you know, money's tight, but I'm buying fish.
Right.
So, Charlotte, I had neons. I had a couple catfish. I had goldfish, and then I had the goldfish with the fluffy tail on the back. I don't know what they call
Oh
them.
yeah, fantails or
Yeah. And then I turned around, and I guess a couple months down the road, everything was going real good with it. I was getting shown how to change the filter and all this stuff and the
I'm
scenery in
listening,
it.
Tom. I'm just looking for my salt.
And somebody told me to get an angelfish.
Okay.
Well, I got an angelfish, okay, and I must have had probably 20 or 30 fish in that tank.
Yeah.
Okay. I get up, getting ready for work, coming out of the shower and shaving, this and that. And I just happened to look out at the fish tank because, it was nice looking. The whole, it had a nice thing in there. And I seen the angelfish and 3 other fish. And the angelfish got pretty big. That joker
Hey,
ate just about.
angelfish can be mean.
That joker ate everything. Okay, other than the catfish, because they couldn't. I guess you couldn't find the catfish laying on the bottom, laying around like that.
Yeah, angelfish can be really mean. I remember I had 3 big ones, and there were 2 that decided to kind of pair off and create some of their own territory in my tank. Any fish that came within this close to their territory, they were like, they would run after it and chase it off. And I've always thought that was so fascinating that they're like, this is mine, stay away, or we're going to kill it.
Now, what I used to do in a situation like that, if I had, a handful of fish to add to a new aquarium, I'd mix everything up in the aquarium. I'd move plants, I'd move rocks,
Oh yeah,
and then introduce the new fish.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody's so busy trying to find a spot, they don't notice the new neighbors.
Oh, that's good thinking. That's really good. Okay, Dari,
They did that in Milwaukee, didn't they?
Salt, and I know it's backwards, but it's 4 fish.
No, that's straight. That's straight, Charlotte.
Oh, is it?
That's the way you want to see it. Yeah.
Oh, it looks backwards to me. But it's I swear I think it's nothing but Epsom salt.
What it does, Dari, is it helps the slime coat develop. The slime coat is like a second skin, or like the first layer of skin,
and it protects the fish from stuff.
A lot of infections and stuff. You can prevent that if they've got a little boo-boo on a scale, if they knock a scale off, and
right.
No different than us giving ourselves a scratch,
right?
Where we'll put vaccine or Bactine or something on to coat it.
Right.
The salt will help the fish fight it on its own. Buffers the water just a little bit.
Yeah, and it's just generic aquarium salt. I mean, it doesn't matter what brand or anything like that. It's all the same.
Don't use table salt.
No. But I was trying to find the ingredients on the back, but it doesn't have a spot for ingredients.
I mean, you can use rock salt.
Oh, okay. Like ice cream salt?
Yeah. I would. Years and years ago, I got a bad case of anchor worm.
Ooh.
And I would take the rock salt come in a 5-pound bag,
Mm-hmm.
and I would set 2 bags in the top of my filter
Mm-hmm.
and let it slowly dissolve and introduce itself to the pond.
Mm-hmm.
And I did that, I don't know, about 4 weeks in a row, and everything finally cleared up.
Okay.
I did a partial water change to get rid of some of the salt because
Right.
I didn't like the white on showing up on the rocks and stuff.
Right.
But I don't think I've used anything like that in, gosh, a good 20 years. I know I haven't done it since I've been with Vicky.
That was a
But
crazy
generally,
idea.
I'm pretty much let nature take its course.
Mm-hmm. Well, I really like this whitefish a lot. And that little ulcer that was on the other side, a few minutes ago, I looked at it and it looked bigger. And I really hope that it's just my imagination. Maybe it looked pinker, but
Well, you might have to get that out on its own and hit it with
that's
something a
what
little
I'm
stronger.
afraid of. And I don't. I mean, I have another aquarium.
What is it, melathion blue or something like that? You can get for them.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
the blue stuff. Yeah,
Yeah, just treat that single fish with that.
yeah, I'll do that. And this one here is so funny looking.
I'm
I
pan
named him
frying.
Rooster. That's Rooster. That's Rooster's almost a twin.
Yeah,
That's
she needs about twice that many for a good meal.
at least. At least these are snacks.
I would saute that ulcer real quick.
These are most of them are only about 2.5 inches long. This one might be a little bit longer,
Now,
not much.
people in the chat, when she puts those outdoors in her pond, they'll be the size of tennis balls by
They'll
the
be
end of
like
summer.
this. Yeah.
By the end of summer, they'll be as big as a tennis ball.
That the one that got eaten by the whatever animal ate it.
Yeah.
He was bigger than my hand. It was like his body was the size of my hand, only round. And then he had tail. He was huge. And when I got him, he was this size.
Well,
It's kind of still sad. I'm a little sad about the whole stinking fish situation. But now I have a new project and I just got to let it go.
Marie took care of the pigeon problem.
Oh,
I mean, I
Do we
stared
need
at
bail money?
did y'all have pigeon for dinner?
No. We did it legit. Come on, legit.
Okay.
She grows a ton of aloe.
Okay.
So what she did was she transplanted a whole bunch of them, and we had these square pots, like windowsill pots type of thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, she put them all in there and lined along our balcony on the railing. Birds won't go near
And
it.
they're spiky and the birds don't want to land on it.
And they won't go nowhere near it.
That's
Good idea. That's brilliant.
That is. Tell Marie, way to go.
Yeah, I said, son of a gun. I said, here I am getting, get off my lawn, Doc.
Tom, sometimes you just gotta slow down.
There's Christians and bird be going.
Yeah.
Believe me, Tom, I relate. I'm kind of the same way. I get fired up real quick.
Today I'm going to tell you this earlier. Today I was stopped at the store. We're on my way to my daughter's. So stopped at the store and a vehicle pulled in next to me as I was getting out. And there's 2 people in there. And I don't condemn anybody for anything. Okay. That's what you want to do. Knock yourself out. But they had this vehicle. It was a Bronco, brand new Ford Bronco. Okay. And hanging off the side, they had 2 gas tanks. Okay. And then in the other side, they had a ladder getting up to this roof rack that they had with another big, like a canopy type of thing that you could pull off to the side. I guess it was like a camper. So I said, the lady was getting out. I says, nice camper. Just trying to be nice, cordial.
Yeah.
She looked at me and said, it's a bug out vehicle.
Don't you know nothing?
Cool.
I said, well, excuse me. Bug out. Where are you going to bug out to? Just in conversation. And as I'm walking, she's following me and telling me, like telling me off. You wait, something happens. You ain't going to be able to do nothing in that little car you got.
That would take yours away from you.
I'm thinking about it. I'm getting madder and madder and madder. I'm saying, why did you open your mouth? Just shut your friggin' mouth. Don't say that to nobody. Just move into the store, get your stuff.
There you go. There you go, Tom. No good deed goes unpunished.
But it gets better.
Interestingly enough, my son that sent me this computer also bought his wife a new Bronco for Mother's Day.
Oh, nice.
I'm like, why are you rolling in money? Did y'all settle that estate issue or what?
Well, I had to buy Vicky a car last night.
Oh, no kid.
Yep. She called me Thursday night. Tom, you know where 99 runs around the? Probably not. That's probably come after you left. Anyway, there's a new beltway around Houston. It runs from Katy all the way around. Well, she told me she was on 99, broke down. And of course, where on 99? She's like, I'm not sure.
Oh, geez.
Well, I finally found her. It turned out she was 2 miles east of 290. Blowed the car up.
No.
And she says she's coming up 290, and all the lights on the dash came on. So she went ahead and got on 99, was going to try to make it home. She said the thing kept running slower and slower. And I said, well, why didn't you pull off the side of the road?
Yeah.
She said, well, all the lights were lit, and I didn't know which one was the problem.
Oh, my.
Only a woman could say that, Tom.
Yeah, oh no, I get you.
She. I mean, she.
My son-in-law would say
she
that.
burnt the thing up.
Oh no!
When you try to hit the starter, it just spins free. I think she broke the crankshaft.
Oh,
there was oil everywhere.
Oh my God!
Everything stunk to high heaven.
Oh my gosh!
So I got to get her to work Monday, so.
Right.
We went out last night and I had to get her a car.
What'd you get?
I found her a 2024 Ultima.
Oh, okay. That's a nice car.
Low mileage. I got a pretty good deal on it, so I went ahead and got it. But man, I didn't want to buy a car.
I know you.
Everything I had was paid for.
Yeah. Yep. Know the feeling.
I told her, I said, that's something. I said, blow the car up, and then you get your punishment is a newer car.
It's a new car.
I'm going to blow mine up next week. Use a pickup.
So when I was coming out of the store, let me finish this. When I was coming out of the store, no, that's fine. I get back, walking back, and I said, "Oh, bullshit." There's this woman, that I argued with, and her husband's in the car in this truck. All right.
Yeah.
And she had the back hatch open, and she's putting bags of ice in a cooler. She must have had 10, 15 bags of ice that she's packing in this cooler.
Keep
Where are
that
they bugging out to this weekend?
So listen. So I couldn't keep my mouth shut. I just could not keep my mouth shut.
Of course you couldn't.
I said, hey, listen, on your bug out, wherever the hell that means, on your bug out, okay? We live in the freaking desert, okay? Them 15 bags of ice is not going to keep you until tomorrow. Started the car, slammed the door, and I took off. Marie says, what? You can't even go to the damn store without getting upset about something. Bug out. Get the hell out of here, bug out. I don't get it. I just don't
Anyway you slice, that sounds like running away from the problem to me.
Oh my goodness!
Out here at $4 a gallon of gas, he's got 10 gallons of gas up on the side of the truck. Okay, today was 98 degrees. All right, that's got to breathe. That's got to
What's going to happen when it blows up?
Yeah, I just and on the ground as she's putting the ice in on the ground, there was a porta potty that she had. You could see the toilet seat and the bucket. I'm like, I told Marie, close the curtain. It's in the desert, okay? It's 98 degrees out. Close the curtain because I got to use the toilet in the middle of the desert. But I just don't understand it. I don't know. Call me crazy.
Well, I'll tell you this. I've been listening to two particular, well, one in particular YouTuber that is somewhat of a prepper, but not the crazy kind, not the kind that is constantly talking about gloom and doom and the world ending. And I've been watching this person for years because this person knows how to garden and grow fruit trees and just a lot of things, a lot. Mm-hmm. And this man in the past year has bought acres and acres of land, built himself a cabin off grid. And now, since the election, he's lost his mind. He thinks that the world is about to end. He's talking about supply shortages, that they've stopped all shipments from every other country in the world, and we're about to be with nothing. And you need to prepare yourself because human nature is going to destroy all of us. Because if you have food stored, all that army of starving people is coming to your house and they're taking your stuff.
Sure, if you keep putting videos up about it, they're gonna.
Right?
That's like going to Stop and Shop, for crying out loud.
And, I was thinking today, okay, after I listened to him, your mind gets to wandering sometimes. And I thought, okay, what would happen if that scenario took place in this little town? Does everybody know I have a garden? No. Yeah. Does everybody know I have chickens? Just my neighbors, because they hear them. Do you think you could protect? Well, I've got a few methods of
protection.
Lethal.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I watched 11 seasons of The Walking Dead, so I pretty much know everything I need to know.
Yeah. Stay away from people, because The Walking Dead really, those zombies are the human nature I'm talking about.
Yes.
The zombies are the human nature, and then the people trying to escape the zombies are the decent folks that just want to survive.
I had friends that got caught up in that out in North Carolina.
Yeah.
But you talk about a freak of nature, because I mean that coming up from the Gulf that far up in with that amount of wind and stuff like that to do that devastation. Okay. Mm-hmm. That's like not even heard of before,
right.
100-year flood or something like that.
Right.
How prepared can you be for something like that? You can't.
You can't.
You can't.
No.
So, but canning all these vegetables and all this stuff here.
It means nothing when the river comes and takes it all away.
Thank you. So, I mean, I would invest in a boat,
right,
or have a couple 100 gallons of water to douse my house with, what I mean, for fire and stuff.
Yeah, you need a houseboat.
Yeah.
That. Oh, I always wanted a houseboat.
Unbelievable.
Maybe when I retire, me and Poppy can buy a houseboat. But then where?
Well, we would have to change your name to Olive Oil because he's already Poppy.
You can just call me Olive.
Olives. Too funny.
No, I would love to live on a houseboat during good weather. But then what do? Do you outrun the bad weather?
Yeah.
And
if you know it's coming.
Well, I know for a fact that a lot of people who live here, they take their boats up the river in Pascagoula during big hurricanes. And they'll anchor them in this one spot, but nobody knows where it is except the people who have the boats. But they take it up the Pascagoula River and they anchor them. But the thing is, if there's a big enough hurricane, that river's going to overflow its banks.
Oh, well, that surge is going to come right up the river.
That surge is because when Katrina hit here, it was a 28-foot surge in this town. The first 4 blocks of the beachfront were gone.
Yeah. Nobody realizes when the weatherman says, okay, that it's going to be a 28-foot surge. Nobody has no concept of that. You know
No, they don't. I mean, if you look up, however tall you are, that's 23 feet above my head. I'm 5 feet tall.
Yeah.
Nobody can survive that. Nobody.
The place I lived in Florida, the last place was Hudson, Florida. That was
that's on the other side of Tampa, isn't it?
It's up north of Tampa.
North.
Okay. Right on the water. Matter of fact, 2 of the best restaurants up there was the Inn on the Gulf and Sam's. Okay.
Oh, Hudson. I was thinking Gibson.
And I mean, I could throw a rock and hit the water. You know what I mean? That's how close we were to it. Yeah. So when any kind of hurricane or any kind of surge or anything like that, they would tell you to get out. Well, this place we used to go to, the Inn on the Gulf, was gutted 3 times already from hurricanes. All right. They won't insure this guy no more. So when they said 15, 20-foot surge, he has a hotel on top. That was at the windows of the hotel. Right? Restaurant was wiped out again. So when they told me to leave, Charlotte, I said, to where? Where am I going to go? You know, I went up. When am I going to go into Mississippi? Am I going to go to Alabama? Am I going to go to Georgia? You know, don't know. So I said to Marie, the next best thing is Las Vegas.
Yeah. Well, the only thing you got to worry about there is what?
108
fires.
Yeah, no fires by me. There ain't nothing to burn.
Well, that's true.
Sagebrush.
Except for those palm trees, they've stuck everywhere.
Tennessee bushcrafter.
Chris, how are you doing tonight? I haven't seen you in a while. Good night. Be safe. Violet just got home from a date with her boyfriend. They went to remember a few months ago they went to this real fancy restaurant at the top of a building in Mobile. Well, they went back because it was his birthday.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And they had a good time. They sure did, because it's 11:30 and she's supposed to be home at 11.
Ooh.
And I don't care how old she is. You live in my house. You follow my rules. Everybody's supposed to be in this house by 11.
I didn't forget. I was 19 years old. I had my mother's car. I come home and it was 12:30. I knew something was wrong because the porch light wasn't on and the kitchen light wasn't on. All right. I walked in, put the key in the door, click, 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 opened the door, no lights on. I started heading down to where the bathroom was, and I got jacked from the back. Boom! Thrown down on the ground. Started punching. My mother would hit you with every syllable there was in the word. Yeah.
I was 19 to come home late one night. I got grounded. I was engaged.
And you weren't allowed to leave the house.
And she put the hammer on me. And I was only like a half an hour late.
She cracked me in the head with that. Jesus, crying out loud.
You know what? There are phones in everybody's pocket now.
Yeah, back then, if you didn't have change.
Dime for
back then, there wasn't phones everywhere.
Yeah,
that's right. And there's no reason why there shouldn't be either a phone call, a text, a voicemail, whatever. You know.
I'm taking my grandson and my daughter to work. Okay, a couple days a week, and I got to tell you what, I am going to make probably the world's funniest video of people walking into doors. Okay, everybody walks. They work at a McDonald's. Right? My daughter's a manager. He's one of the cooks there. But everybody's like this when they're walking. Okay, and walking, bang, bang, bang. Put the phone down, bang, into the sliding door. And then there's another door inside. Bang, hit that door. It's amazing. It's amazing. Unbelievable.
Now, listen. My daughter just posted something on Facebook about Mount Everest. It says, on this day, the world witnessed a tragedy on the world's highest mountain. These people, and it lists all their names, died in a fatal storm known as 1996 Everest disaster. Here's the funny part. May their legacy continue to inspire us to reach new heights.
Oh boy.
Well, they expect us to go get them?
Is that supposed to inspire me to go climb Mount Everest?
I can't climb my front porch, let alone Everest.
Oh my goodness gracious alive. Look, those people are insane. My daughter has a fascination with Mount Everest, and she has for years. The one that has a pacemaker and probably couldn't climb Mount Everest.
Wow.
But she does. She thinks it's fascinating that these people climb this death trap, is what it is. It's a death trap. And she's every season when it's mountain climbing season at Everest, she watches the people do their live streams and stuff from the mountain and you know, all that stuff. She even donates to the what do they call the people that usher them up?
The guides?
The guides, yeah, but they're called hang on. I'll tell you in a minute. But anyhow, she donates to them every year. Guides for Mount Everest are called what?
Nuts.
Sherpas. They're called Sherpas. They're called the Sherpas, and they work as guides on Mount Everest because that's where they live. They live in that area, and they're familiar with the dangers and all of that.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, and they're very, very poor. They live most of their life is lived.
Everybody drops dead, they don't get paid.
Right. And Chris.
You're right, Chris. Hey, Alex.
I just live and build farm stuff, much less climb a bunch of. I'm not getting on the mountain, okay? Not unless there's a cabin and a hot tub on the back porch.
Right. And you know what gets me too? Scuba diving also. I don't get.
I don't scuba dive either.
That's like
already claustrophobic. And putting a mask on my face is like putting me in the death chamber.
Yeah.
Okay?
I mean, for me to go down 400 feet to look at a fish that look at me and say, no.
Well, and not to mention the fact that your ears are going to pop all the way down and they're going to hurt when you get back up. And no.
My luck, I would have the defaulted tank, or they get me mixed up with helium. Hello, everybody.
That would be me.
Help!
Yeah. Help! Oh my gosh. I hope that she gets a big kick out of this season. I hope nobody dies. I'll be darned. Yep.
Yeah, I don't want to get in no water that's got anything in there bigger than me.
Right.
Sharks or anything else like that.
Right.
It's two Irishmen are in a boat, okay, and they're both fishing.
Okay.
So they're not catching any fish. So one turns to his buddy there and says, "Hey, Patrick," he said, "I have a question." He said, "I'm going to ask you. Maybe you know." He said, "Why do these scuba divers, these guys that go in the water, why do they sit at the edge of the boat and fall backwards into the water? Why would they do that?" He looks at me and said, "Mike, for crying out loud, if he fell forward, he'd fall in the boat."
Scuba is the bomb. I used to love swimming with sharks. No, 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 no.
I don't even like cooking shark.
I don't see the point.
I
mean,
just can't put the mask on my face.
I remember as a kid watching Sea Hunt. You know.
Oh yeah.
Lloyd Bridges and you.
Oh yeah, yeah.
We would go in and scuba and this and that, and it, to me, didn't do nothing for me ever. No.
Now I like to watch like videos of underwater sea life and stuff like that. I love that. I think it's beautiful down there, and I imagine that if you were there in person, it would probably be awe-inspiring. But I watch the videos.
anything I got to hold my breath on. I don't particularly care for.
Yeah. Now I did go snorkeling one time. This is a funny story. I was in Key West, and I was snorkeling without the mask, and we were getting ready to get in the water, and I had just bought the prettiest pair of earrings, and they were round little posts with a teardrop in gold, and they were 14 karat gold. They were really nice earrings, and they probably dangled like this much. I mean, just an inch or so.
So you had fishing lures on your ears.
I did. And my friend said to me, "Hey, you might want to take those earrings off." And I said, "Why?"
Bait.
And he said, "There's barracuda in that water." So I took his advice, and I took the earrings out.
Now I lived on a coast, you know, Florida, on the Gulf Coast. I lived on the East Coast, up in New Jersey. Minutes from the ocean and stuff, Bayside, the whole bit. I miss fishing. I used to do a lot of fishing. But as far as, like I said, scuba diving or even snorkeling, okay, I got to try the other. You know, when I do something, I got to try what's going to happen. All right. So there was a bunch of guys. You know, we had boats and everything else like that. But I did have a snorkel on the boat just in case. You know, if you whatever you need to go get somebody, or you have to snorkel. So one night we're drinking beer on my boat on the dock. All right, and there's a whole bunch of other people around. So I took the snorkel and I turned it upside down and used it as a straw. That's the only
thing to do with a snorkel.
I said that's the only use I'm going to get out of this thing.
Derek, I don't know what wicked tuna is. Is that a fishing show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is okay.
They go for bluefin tuna, big bluefin tuna.
Yeah. Now I love being on a boat. Love it. Yeah. And I spent a lot of my youth on a boat. And again, I said earlier, I would love to live on a houseboat till it got a leak.
I had a 30-foot Silverton that we used to live in. Slept 8, had galley, the whole bit, fly bridge, the whole thing.
Oh, I love a fly bridge. You know what? I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but I have got on my bucket list. I want a boat with a fly bridge, and I want to drive it naked.
Did that a couple nights.
Is that crazy?
Marine police didn't think it was funny.
Well, you just got to outrun them.
Yeah, some things you just can't do. A cabin cruiser, you just couldn't do that.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to do that.
Yeah. We had a lot of fun on the boat, especially if I was off on a weekend. Usually Sunday, I'd go out with it and stay out till midnight, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, bring it in, do some crabbing. You want to eat something? I had a nice gas burner on there. I had a full kitchen in it. We catch some crabs and stuff like that. Really, really nice. But it was a hole in the water, you know.
Yes.
Marine batteries you had to get. You know, I can't even imagine today putting gas in one or diesel fuel.
Oh, it'd be insane.
The money wise, holy crap.
We never had a big boat like that. We had, my dad always had some kind of fishing boat, bass tracker, whatever. Usually they were about 17, 18 feet and, normal size fishing boat.
Mhm.
Not like the fancy ones you see out here in the Gulf, just for lake fishing.
Mhm.
And we had a bow rider once. That was a fun boat because
Mhm.
that's where we learned to water ski, and it was
Yeah.
great. We enjoyed it so much, and we were always on the water. We didn't live on the water, but it wasn't far, and we just pack up in the car. Dad would hook the boat up, and we'd go and spend the day on the boat, and that was so much fun. Good times, good
Yeah,
memories.
you know what? I'm glad I did it. I couldn't do it now. I
Mhm.
couldn't afford it to do it now. But
Mhm.
Grumpus, we talked about the old Smoky. Okay,
Yep.
that's
Yep.
how that wound up. It wound up on my boat. But what I did with it is I put a gas burner in it. I drilled some holes in it,
Okay.
and the little tank, and I would cook on that with breakfast out there with
Oh,
crab.
nice.
We catch crab. I have water boiling. I have it strapped down. I have boiling water. Just throw the crab right in there, crack it up, neaten up. It was a good time, and the timing was right to have it.
Yeah.
Okay, but then a couple years afterwards, gas went crazy.
Yes.
You know,
Well,
again,
I watch a YouTube channel now called Sailing Doodles. And this guy, he'll pull up to fill his tanks, and it's not unusual to see him spend $800 to $1,000 filling up that boat tank
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
down in the Caribbean area.
I was never much into a sailboat.
Well,
We used
most
to,
of the time the wind's not blowing, so he motors more than he sells.
yeah, yeah. But my buddy did. My buddy owned a couple racehorses, and we would go out on his sailboat. So one night we're going to this one restaurant we used to go to, and that's where he kept his boat. We'd go in and have dinner and stuff like that. And me, Marie, and his wife would go on a sailboat, and we'd go out at night, hug the coast, and just go up a little bit. Well, he didn't read the tides right. I think he had too many vodkas, but hit a sandbar.
Oh.
Okay,
Oh.
and we sat there until the next tide.
I'll bet.
We had a guy pull. This is so funny because we had a guy pull up by the boat. Are you stuck? Don't ask me that stupid ass question. I wanted to punch the crap out of the guy. But my buddy Joey takes the guy says, "Throw me the line, throw me a rope, and I'll try to pull you off." I said, "Don't do it, Joe. This guy looks nuts." Plus, the guy had a tuxedo on, so he must have just came from a wedding or something.
Good night, Jackie. Happy Mother's Day to you too. I hope your day is wonderful tomorrow.
Bye, bye, Jack. So my buddy Joey takes the rope and throws it to the guy.
Yeah.
The guy takes the rope and goes like this. Yanks the rope from Joey's hand, stole the rope, and took off.
Oh, no.
What a piece of doo-doo.
And the guy was in a tuxedo. So I said, shaken,
Oh,
not stirred, like James Bond.
goodness. Oh, my goodness.
We had to wait for the next tide to come up, and it was just about daybreak. Okay. So this was from midnight until 4 hours later. Okay. And up comes the tide, and then we were able to get back in again. I mean, it just more hassles than it's worth,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But
well, you know what I like to watch on YouTube? All the videos of Haulover Inlet in Florida. It's a man-made channel, and it's one of the most dangerous inlets for boaters in the country or in the state.
What's it called again?
Haulover Inlet, Haulover. You should see those boaters, especially the inexperienced ones.
Oh, it's hysterical.
Out of that inlet. It is the scariest thing sometimes. And then people will get stuck, and there's some kind of marine patrol or marine rescue that hangs out at that inlet, because if they see boaters get in trouble, they'll go and help tow them back in.
Sea tow. That's what it's called.
Yeah. It's really an interesting that's an interesting watch there.
I will check that out, because we used to have up there was the Matasquan Inlet. Okay. And that thing was just crazy choppy. It was two jetties going out. People would fish off that.
Yeah, yeah.
A lot of people died from fell in there and they couldn't find it.
Yes.
Like that.
And the currents at the Haulover Inlet are insane. It's like where, where water rushing out meets water rushing this
Yep.
way, and it just collides.
It looks like a
That's what
blender.
it is.
Like a
It's just,
blender.
yeah, it's just colliding everywhere, and it's really fun to watch those crazy boaters because, I mean, some boats are meant for it, but some of them will take little fishing boats or little bow riders out there and try to get out into the water, and it's crazy.
I had a 19-footer, and it spun me right around. Center console spun me completely around.
Thank you, Dari. I want you to have a wonderful Mother's Day tomorrow, and if you're a mother, of course. I'll show off the new diamond painting when it gets here on Tuesday. What do you think of that? So you have a wonderful evening, and we'll see you next time.
Charlotte, what are you doing for Mother's Day? Anything? Well, you're doing your pond tomorrow, right?
Yeah, I'm doing my pond, and well, I got a phone call from my daughter about 3 days ago, maybe 2 days ago, and apparently she was the coordinator for getting all the kids together to donate to the Mother's Day fund, and a couple of them were a little bit slackers on getting their money in. So she calls me up. She says, "Mom, I have to tell you something. I've been avoiding it for a few days, but I ordered the thing that we wanted to get you for Mother's Day, and it was a group effort." She said, "But I thought it was going to be here on time, but I don't think it is now.
Put the air on.
So you might not get anything on Mother's Day." I said, "Rachel, don't worry about that." I said, "That is not a big deal to me. I mean, I'm sorry for y'all that it didn't pan out the way you wanted it to, but it's really not that important, okay? The gift, I don't need a gift. Just call me and say you love me. That's all I care about." And she goes, well, and I said, okay, because she was upset. And she was kind of scared that I was going to react or something. So I said, "Okay, I'll make you feel better. Would you prefer me to say, what the hell is wrong with you kids? Don't you know that Mother's Day is the same damn weekend every May, and y'all can't get it together?" She goes, "Yeah, that's better, Mom."
Thank you. Thank you.
That's all I wanted.
Yeah. Jesus, crying out loud. I said to Marie, we went today. I said, tomorrow when I get back from them, I said, you want to go do something or take a ride or anything? She went, nope. I said, maybe we'll go get lunch or something. Nope. I said, what do you want to do? Stay home.
Mm-hmm.
That's the answer I got.
I said, are you sure? She said, why don't you just knock it off, right? Is that what you said? Just knock it off? Huh? Did you say knock it off?
What are you talking
about? About doing something tomorrow for Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Out the door.
I'm with Marie. Just stay home. If they want to feed me, you know what they could do? They could go get the food, bring it home, set the table, and let me eat in peace.
So I said to her, I tell you what.
Nice, friendly conversation,
I said, well, I got to make a video tomorrow because I'm in a collaboration for the UK.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, you've been busting my chops about making it again. I said, so I'm making crispy pork with Yorkshire pudding and gravy.
What is Yorkshire pudding?
I haven't had that in a long time.
It's like it's almost like a
popover. Yeah,
it's almost a popover, like you put into a
like a hand pie.
The muffin pan.
Muffin
okay.
pan, okay. And they come out real crispy and it's nice inside and everything like that. That's what I want. Okay.
Well, isn't it kind of so? You put grease in the cup, right?
Yeah, you put oil in the cup.
Oil in the cup, and it's the batter is kind of like it's real eggy, isn't it?
It's a creamy batter with eggs, some milk.
Almost like a custard.
Exactly. That's why it's called pudding.
Okay.
Well, okay. What happens
makes sense.
It cooks inside these muffin pans and it pops up, almost like a big turnover. Okay, and it's real big, hollow on the inside. In the English, what they'll do is they'll either put meat in it. You can either put like a jelly or something in there, and your um, gravies and stuff like that. So it's part of the Sunday dinner that they have in the UK.
Yeah, we used to have that with prime rib.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
So I'm going to do it with pork, but I'm going to make the pork a little crispier.
okay.
Pull it a little bit, and then make a gravy with that. Put that in there with some potato, and do it from there. She likes them, so
That sounds great.
yeah.
So I'm gonna have to look for one
Yeah.
because I can't get the visual.
So you put in the muffin tins. You put maybe about maybe a little more than a quarter of the oil in there, inside the depth of it. Okay, and then you take the batter that you make. It's usually 4 eggs, and it's all equal parts. So you put the 4 eggs in the measuring cup.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and whatever that measures up to, that's what you put in as far as the cream or the milk. All right, put that in there, and salt. There's only a couple ingredients in it, and you really whip it up. Really get it. No sugar, flour you put in there. No sugar, salt, pepper, because it's supposed to be more savory than sweet. But you could, if you wanted to
Oh,
make
it
it
is
sweet.
pretty.
But
Yeah.
the top will blow up bigger than the muffin tin
I'm
almost.
looking at it. It's really pretty.
And if you do it right, it always has a hole in the middle of it. So it would be like almost like an English style taco would be the way to to describe it. So
Oh yeah, these
I
are really these are pretty. I mean, for food, you know what I mean? It's just, oh look, this has got gravy and what else?
you can
Yeah.
put there's one place that puts all 3, like pork, lamb, and beef platter, and they put it around there, and it's all about the gravy. I guess that was to sop it up, whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What it was all about. So that's what I'm making tomorrow, and that's going to be for
That
a
sounds
video.
delicious, actually. Now
So, I
these
mean-
have a meatball or something in it. Look at this. I don't know what that is. I see it looks like some kind of roast. Oh, fiddlesticks.
That's what it's all about. Is the roast and what goes with it? Okay.
Okay.
So I would imagine it was some kind of pie. I guess back in the day when it was invented, it was some kind of pie crust or something that they used, and they had it left over for dinner. And they put everything together that way, so nothing went to waste.
Oh wow, these are really cool. I might need to check that out.
So I'm making a video. She's getting her, a nice day. She didn't want to go anywhere, so okay.
I think you don't want to go anywhere. I asked her if she wanted to go. I mentioned a couple places. She said, "No, I just want to stay at the house." So it's probably going to be a quiet day at the house.
That sounds perfect.
Yeah.
Absolutely perfect.
Well, quiet as in nobody recognizing it. If you know what I mean.
Yes.
Definitely no.
Yes. Well, that's
why
fortunate right there.
That's why I was surprised.
Go ahead, Tom. I'm sorry.
No, I was surprised that my daughter earlier on in the week said, "Pop, the boys, want baby. They call her baby Nana. They want baby Nana to come over and and hang out." I said, "Okay, sounds good. What do you want to eat?" And then she says, "I haven't had Ville Marcel in a long time." She said, "But the boys don't like mushrooms." I said, "Well, they'll have to get the frig over it."
Yeah. There you go.
You can
Pick
push
them
them
out.
push them off to the side or whatever. So, but okay, I'm the grandfather, and they're my baby boys. I don't care how old they are. And I spoiled them, and I made separate pasta with the chicken and sauce.
Oh,
and
that
stuff
was
like
so nice.
So, yeah. And they're getting a hug from this guy, 6'5", 22 years old.
Yeah. That's so nice.
And a little guy comes down. A little guy, he's another one. He's 6 foot something. And he said, "Pop, what's up?" I said, "No, what's up with you?" "Hey, how's YouTube?" I says, "How about tuning in, liking something, subscribe, and leave a friggin' message, will you?" They lost it.
I tell my kids that all the time. "Mom, how's your YouTube channel going?" Well, I wouldn't know.
Yeah, you should know.
Yeah. I get my little digs in every once in a while with that.
Oh my goodness.
Unbelievable.
Well, I hope that Mrs. Grumpus's kids call her and
I'm not holding my breath.
well, I'm not either, but I hope they do. Because I know for a fact my phone's going to be ringing off the hook all day. I got 7 of them.
Wow.
It'll never end tomorrow.
Well, you should get at least 7 calls.
Well, I'm expecting.
You should expect 7.
Well, 2 live here.
Okay, 4 and 1 reverse the charge.
Yeah, they can call you down the hall.
There's 2 boys that might forget. And yeah, there's 2 boys that might forget. I don't think Logan will forget this year because his new woman is a mother, so I don't think he'll forget.
How did you mean that, mother?
I've been calling mother so many times. I should be getting a gift.
Yeah, exactly.
I just mean that she just had his first baby for him, so.
I'm just breaking.
But I mean, that could go a lot of different ways.
Exactly. Exactly.
And I get that. And it might. It might.
Yeah. You know what? I hit that point, and I told you this before. I just flat out don't give a damn no more. I really don't. This Wednesday, I'm going to the doctor's office, okay? And I already have a list that I'm going to be asking this moron, okay, about different things. And the worst part about it is when they make my appointment, Marie goes in there with me because they don't want no confrontations and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just, I don't know. You hit that certain age, and why do I got to jump through these hoops? You know, go get blood work. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to change. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Well, I try not to pick fights with my doctor because Poppy's too easy to pick a fight with. If I want to fight with somebody, I could just come home and do it.
Yeah.
So
I don't know the last time me and Marie had an argument about anything.
Oh, if we don't have an argument once a day, it's that we're not living.
Oh, I hear that.
Yeah. We're just not living.
You know what she said to me?
If we're not fighting, it's just because we're tired.
Exactly.
She said to me the other day, matter of fact, this morning, she said to me, you better go to the doctor. You better get your damn ears checked.
Hey, Simon.
What are you talking about?
Simon.
I said, Simon. She says, me and Kevin talked to you. We're asking you questions all morning, and you didn't answer us. I said, first of all, I had the fans screaming. You got the music blasting. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And if you wanted to talk to me, come over to where I was by the stove.
Get my attention.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll be right back, guys. Back to the powder room. I heard your comment before.
In the 80s.
That was funny.
Psst, got a mirror? What's wrong with your A1C, Simon? Anyway.
Well, so, I've told you before, I'm with Kelsey Siebold and went to Memorial Hermann Hospital, and they both use the same app that's on my phone, and I can generally see all of my test results, everything, even before the doctors do sometimes.
Right.
So I don't know if everybody does that, but that's been pretty handy as far as looking at X-rays and like Simon said, he needs to find out. It's all my blood work. I can look it up if I want to.
Yeah. So, and they had me on this one pill. And I said, well, if my A1C is stable, okay, or not, or it goes down to the point where I don't need to take the pill no more, why do you insist on me taking the pill? Preventative maintenance. Oh, okay. Well, you know what? It's not from the pill. because I haven't taken the pill in 6 months. And then they look at you. Well, what do you mean? Like, it's what I'm eating is what the deal is. So I just get tired of it. I mean, there's no sense, you're going to get need a heart transplant. My buddy just died. Okay. Needed a heart transplant.
Oh no.
And some of the medications that they had him on, now they're discovering that caused his failing.
Oh no.
To get him prepped for a heart transplant. Okay. But to the point where nobody wants to pick up. I wouldn't sue over it anyway, but I'm just saying, that they take it so far and then they take him off the list.
Yeah.
So he was on a list for a little over a year on this one medication that nobody could agree about. Okay. And his progress just declined, got worse and worse.
Right.
Getting for it. So, I'm at the point where, what is the point? I don't want to drop dead or anything like that. But in the same token, I came from 13, 14 different medications down to 3, and one for the diabetes is not doing it. It's not working. So why take it? But
if your diet is working and keeping your numbers low.
Yeah. So why do we need that medication? Is the whole idea.
That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Simon said his was around a 6 last time. That's pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah. Yep.
I was once at an 11. Oh, okay. Well, you're doing good.
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Yes, you are.
There's a YouTuber that has uncontrolled type 2 diabetes. And she eats rice and French fries and fast food all day long. And then she goes to the hospital and her A1C is like 17, 21. And not her A1C, I don't know. However they measure numbers I don't know what that equals in regular sugar numbers, like 250 or 400 or whatever. But the alternative measurement was like 23 point something.
Woo.
It's a wonder she didn't go into a diabetic coma.
Yeah. Yeah, because that works.
She was having trouble seeing. She was, it was crazy.
Yep. Yep.
But nothing's stopping her. She just keeps on eating the crap.
That's the problem. I mean, that's, but there again, not defending it. Okay. But try to do it the right way. Try to eat right the whole bit. And you can't because you can't afford it. You just can't. Most people cannot afford it. So they keep it.
Woman spends $150 a day on fast food. It's insane.
And she's on a death wish.
Yeah. Yeah. And she said, ain't nobody's business. She wants to die fat, and then let her. Okay.
You got it.
Whatever you want to do, dear.
So 5.4 or 5.4 is the number. 5.6 to 6 is what they call pre-diabetic.
Oh.
And then anything over 6.5 is type 2.
Mm.
But the problem with that,
we're the same way. We don't eat fast food, but maybe twice a year. Right. Just last weekend, remember, my daughter brought me a hamburger from Sonic, and I was tore up. My stomach was in turmoil, absolute turmoil, and just from one stupid Sonic hamburger. And I don't think I had food poisoning. I think it just didn't agree with me. And it wanted out bad.
Yep. I totally agree. The most of the problem is that the way it's sold, the way it's sold. On my channel, I talk about, well, here's what you can eat. Here's what you can have.
That makes sense.
And eat this. Okay. Try some vegetables, this and that. Now you got the other side, the carnivore people, no vegetables, no nothing, just flat out eating meat. Well, your system's got to get used to that also, because you go through a transition period where you have diarrhea for weeks.
Yeah.
Until your system settles back in again. So staying away from a lot of sugar, a lot of high carbs, but everything that we eat basically has carbohydrates in it. But keeping it low, have some fat. You need fat. All right. And some proteins that actually chicken will actually turn into sugar to
Really?
metabolize. Oh yeah, yeah. So you need that fat. Fat is the balance. So when you eat, if you eat a ribeye, eat the whole ribeye, fat and all. And
Yeah.
guess what? You'll stay full the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
But we eat too much. That's the problem. We eat way too much, and that's the big
Now,
that's the
I'll do
main
that
reason.
when the kids leave home because I don't eat a whole lot,
Mhm.
and my grocery bill is going to sink.
My daughter told me today. She said, "Pop, you have no idea what it costs with these two big guys that we got here."
It's crazy.
So I said, I just can't imagine.
And my son, I was so happy the other day. Took him to his neurologist. They put him on, they measured him and put him on this. He's now 5'6". Yay!
Oh,
He's
cool.
5'6", and he weighs 103 point something pounds.
Boy.
And I cannot even tell you how happy I was that he had gained a little bit of weight.
Yeah.
Just a little. It's only like a pound, but it's better than he was.
Yep.
So he has. I've noticed in the past 3 months his appetite has picked up, but we also took him off of a lot of medication. A lot.
Chase your tail. That's basically what it is. You start one pill, and that causes a problem. So now you got to take another pill. And that causes a problem that you had prior with the other pill. And you got to take another one until the next thing you know, like me, I was taking 14 different medications. So, I mean, what are we doing?
Shoot. Simon, that between $250 and $300 is my grocery budget for a family of 4 twice a month. So $500 to $600 a month is what I spend on groceries, and we never go hungry. But then again, I'm a pretty good grocery shopper. I've been poor. I've been poor as a church mouse and had to feed 5, 6, 7 people on a little bit of money. So,
Simon, you were on the injectables. What are you taking?
Oh, okay.
Any kind of insulin, or are you taking something like an Ozempic or something? That you got to be careful. That almost killed me.
Usually weighs all of about. Oh, how old is he, Chris?
Connor,
we were
60
3 in this house then, yeah. Well, yeah.
Hemalong and Lantus. Oh, they got
those
you
are
on
medications. Okay.
So they got you on insulin, insulin like Lantus.
Yeah.
Hemalong.
Now I can't buy my ribeyes like I used to because Winn-Dixie closed, and I'm still mad about it. Because I would go spend $100, $150 just on ribeyes when they were on sale for $4.99 a pound.
New York strips. I used to buy New York strips. I used to buy 2 or 3 of them, and at the time they were like 99, 110 in that realm right there. Now they're $200. I just can't.
It's crazy, isn't it?
I can't do it. I just can't do it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Bill, how's the prices?
Mine near as thick as you do, Tom. I mean, I cut mine maybe 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch, somewhere in between there.
I tell you what, prices. I just read an article yesterday on Google. I can't remember the source of it, but they're saying that just beef alone, for the summer is going to go up 12%.
Oh, for the love of Pete, as if it hasn't already.
So I don't know.
For me, beef has gone up over 100%.
Yeah.
I was getting it average between $4.99 and $6.99 a pound at Winn-Dixie. And I would only buy it when it was on sale. And every week they had a certain kind of beef that was on sale. So I would go and stock up on whatever they had on sale. And I always had a full freezer, always.
Yeah.
And now that they're gone, I'm having to pay $17 a pound for ribeyes.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yep. I just got a message from the place I go to, Smart and Final, about the truck. They got the whole roll truck in. Okay.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
But that's going up. I mean, that's that also is going up, and so is they're taking shoulder meat now, and they're cutting up to be London broil. Like, oh, people,
Yes.
oh, London broil. It's a
Well, I'll tell you this, Tom. I just bought. I'm sorry, I forgot I wasn't on camera. I just bought a shoulder roast. Where did Wesley get it? Frugal's. He bought a shoulder roast. They had them on sale.
Mhm.
I think $4.99 a pound, and it was about a 4-pound roast. And all I did was put it in a Dutch oven and slow cook it a lot of the day. I mean,
Mhm.
really low, like 250. And it was delicious.
Yeah.
It was absolutely all off the bone delicious. And
Yeah,
I was real happy with it. Didn't they say groceries were supposed to be going down? Yeah. Yeah, I
they,
heard that about a week ago.
that's what they said.
I think
That's
it's
exa-
they're all full of crap.
yeah.
I'm tired
So
of listening to them.
either you're like I'm sorry, but there's two ways. There's two groups in this country, or even in the world: the
Mhm.
haves, and then you got the have-nots.
That's
When I mean
right.
the have-nots, that don't have. If you have a lot of money, if I go into a candy store and I got $100 bill, okay, I'm the
Mhm.
richest guy in there, okay, and I'm going to buy what I need to buy. I don't care
Yeah,
what the price is, all right. But
yeah.
if I go into like a what was that fancy chocolate, Godiva chocolate,
Diva, yeah.
okay, I go in there with $100 bill, they'll laugh at me, throw me the hell out. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Because of
Yeah,
the price. So
yeah.
uh,
It's a little bit crazy. But what do you
uh,
do? You got to eat, so you pay it.
yeah, I was telling Grumpus on the podcast. I would take in a restaurant. I would get the cheaper cuts of meat in the restaurant, and we would make for sandwiches and stuff. All right.
Mhm.
So I would take the brisket, and I would flip it over and slice it real thin, like about an inch thick. Slice it and then slice it again, almost to mimic like a skirt steak.
Mhm.
Put it on the grill and cook it up, but slice it real thin so it would stay tender. All
Mhm.
right, and I'd
Mhm.
sell them all day long.
No
You know,
kidding.
so there's other ways around it. Okay,
Mhm.
but with the price of everything, I don't get why they're doing it. Just some chocolates.
Oh, Simon, that sounds so delicious, and happy belated birthday.
Yeah,
Um, oh, I love birria tacos. Oh gosh, they're my favorites. We have a Mexican restaurant here that has birria tacos, and I think it's for a limited time only. And I'm going to be really upset when they go away because that's my favorite thing to eat.
I'll go into bed in a little while and I'll put the TV on.
Hmm.
Marie's 10 toes up already. Okay,
Is she?
she'll be cutting a little pile of wood be on the side of the bed from snoring, and I'll go in and I'll put on uh, like street food. Put that on there and you hear the banging and clanging, and she'll say, "Why don't you just go out and make yourself something to eat instead of watching that? You're keeping me up."
Are you kidding me? Listen to this. This grocery store has a full line of vegetarian fed chickens. Why?
Drives me insane.
Why?
Drives me insane. Drives me
Don't
insane.
chickens eat grass and bugs? Well, I guess bugs aren't vegetarian, are they?
I
Uh,
love.
So
I
that
love.
means they cage the animals and they feed them a pellet made from nothing but corn and grass.
Go and watch. Let's see. Where am I at here?
Ooh, here's a whole beef tenderloin for $14.88 a pound. It's
What
not
the
bad.
hell?
What do they weigh? About 4 pounds a piece.
I'm doing a whole thing on. There's a thing on YouTube. It's called JBS Investigated. It's done by ABC News.
Yeah.
This was done 3 years ago, if you can watch that, because that gives you the whole scenario about the beef industry, how they're buying up the chickens, the pigs, how the pigs are raised, how the chickens
Yeah.
are raised. Okay, and at the end, they show the chickens all in these big barns. Okay, and they can't walk around. And then you
Yeah.
get to the end of this video, and they show you these people who are free ranging the chickens, and you see the size of the eggs, you see the size of the chickens, all from outside, nothing
Yeah.
else, no
Yeah.
other feed, nothing. They naturally eat everything. Pretty cool.
Okay, is $5.99 a pound good deal for boneless brisket?
It's a little high.
$5.99. I wouldn't pay that.
A pound.
Yeah, that's high.
Is that high? Okay.
Yeah, that's high around these parts.
Okay. I don't buy it very often, so yeah. That's on sale, y'all. That's on sale.
You
So
mean a trimmed brisket?
I don't know. I'll show it to you.
You see,
It's that one. Is that trimmed?
I can't see with the way it has it on there.
Well, I have.
It's prime. It says USD prime. USDA
I
prime.
can't remember a bone being in a brisket.
I can't either. Ever.
See, they're coming up with different names now. Like I said before, London broil. London broil's the way it's a cut.
Yeah.
It was invented back when, well, let's come up with a name. All right, London broil. Okay. That you had to slice real thin. And it was back in the 70s, I guess, with all the barbecue parties and, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
There again, you had mentioned that you slow cooked your shoulder, the whole bit. That's basically where it's cut from, either the shoulder or the rump.
Okay.
They would cut into a London broil. So that you would either marinate to help break up the tissue a little bit, or you'd cook it hot and fast and then slice it.
And slice it super thin.
As thin as you can, and then au jus it. So
hey, Mike.
There's my man right there.
How you been doing?
Mike's Chaotic Garden.
Look, y'all, I got to make a video on mistakes that I've made in my garden so far. It's going to be hilarious. I planted. This is so stupid. So I've on the back, in the back of the bed is an 8-foot long bed. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And in the very back, I planted cucumbers and 2 candy roaster squash plants. And they're growing up the trellis right now. And they're massive, massive. So and in the beginning, I planted 2 tomatoes in the front corners. They're indeterminate tomatoes, so they're going to keep growing forever and ever. And then I planted 3 pepper plants in the middle. So there's probably 5.5 to 6 feet of room for these pepper plants, right? Mm-hmm. So I thought, oh, well, I don't want to see any dirt. So what I'll do is I'll put some bush beans in around those pepper plants. Well, I think I planted pole beans instead.
Uh-oh.
The magic garden.
So this garden bed looks like a freaking jungle. And I really don't want to pull the beans out, but I might have to. I put them in with my poblano peppers, and my poblanos are some of my favorites. And I don't want anything to happen to them because of the beans, So
our lower 40s doing real well until we had a hailstorm here the other day.
Oh no! Oh no! And then what else did I do? There was one other thing, and I can't remember what it was.
Are you all planted?
Oh yeah, way all planted. Well, that's not true. I got to make room for some okra plants. But what I'm going to do is just use blank spaces in the garden all throughout the whole garden and just stick them in wherever I can find room for them. Cool. And let them grow.
Yeah.
But I got some Clemson spineless okra this time. I was
I
going
wanted
to
to
use.
get.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I wanted to get this year. I'm going to try some What are they? Patty pans.
Patty pan squash. Oh my gosh, that's Poppy's favorite.
Yeah,
I've got 2 of them growing out there.
In fact, that's what I might do with Marie. Well, I can't because I'm going to be busy.
And they grow fast, Tom.
Yeah, that's what I
Like
want.
3 days and you'll have some squash.
Yeah.
Of course,
Plus the heat. I mean, it's already 98 degrees. Tomorrow's supposed to be in the hundreds. Tomorrow.
Wow.
I mean, it's early May, so I'll plant them inside the house.
Potatoes.
don't worry.
That's the only thing that's going to grow in that heat.
Cactus. Oh, God.
You know what, Mike? I was thinking about putting them in my flower bed and just the okra plants because the flowers are so pretty. And if you don't know what an okra plant looks like, you'd never know the difference between a flower and an okra, you know.
Now, we cut it down last year. We had that 6 foot, 4 or 5 year old pepper plant. That joke is coming back up again.
Good. Good. Yeah, Mike said you get a squash or 2 almost daily from the patty pans. They're great. I planted a variety this year called Peter Pan, and it's a smaller variety. And it's not really growing like I wanted it to. But I've got honey baby squash planted. I've got tiny spaghetti squash planted that get to be about a pound or pound and a half, which is perfect for me and Wesley. You know,
yeah.
We don't need anything huge. I planted miniature watermelons. I've got 8 watermelon plants out there, just growing.
Marie's dad was into it big time. Big garden, the whole bit, and he used to grow icebox watermelons. Okay, they would get about that big. Okay, and he would pick them into the what do you call it? Into the refrigerator, and they'd be in the refrigerator and pile them up, and he'd put a mark on them. I'm going to cut this one here.
What date it was when he pulled it off? Yeah,
have it like almost every day. It was crazy.
Yeah, they do have kind of a potato flavor, don't they?
Low carb, right up my alley.
They are low carb and they're delicious, Tom. You should grow some.
I think I'm going to look into it. Yep.
And you have a balcony.
Oh yeah.
So they wouldn't burn up, would they?
I don't get no direct sun, so.
Right. So I think you'd be okay.
Yeah.
Stick some in a pot out there. I take a steak, frying butter. Oh, yum! Oh gosh, with sliced.
Talking my language, Mike.
Mike, that sounds so good.
Talking my language. See a video coming up soon.
I
don't know.
Okay, I'm hungry now.
I'm getting there.
I have not had anything to eat. I have no bread in the house. I don't even have peanut butter. I haven't been grocery shopping in a while.
Yeah, everything's up. All the prices are up with everything. I've seen a lot of canned goods going up and everything like that. And like I tell everybody, what are you going to do? There's nothing we can do about it. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I could do? I could send Poppy to the base tomorrow, to the commissary, and get some good meat that's more reasonably priced than Walmart or my local grocery store, because the commissary prices are always discounted. And that would get him out of the house for a while.
Here you go.
Because we have a base that's like 5 minutes from our house, maybe 10 at the most. But then that's the CB base. That's a Navy base. Mm-hmm. And then we have another base in Biloxi. That's Keesler. That's the big Air Force base that does the hurricane missions and stuff. They go and fly into the hurricanes and tell all about it. Keesler has a huge commissary. And apparently they have better food and better deals than the Navy commissary because it's the Air Force, and the Air Force gets preferential treatment over all of the services. In fact, Poppy calls them the chair force. I know, right, Simon? Fat Man approved. That meal sounds so good, Mike. In fact, I might have to once I get some squash off these little Peter Pans, if I ever do, I'll make that for Poppy. He will love that.
That sounds fantastic.
Don't it?
Well, guys, I'm going to jump off because I got to get up super early. And,
okay. I just have one question before you leave for you and Grumpus. If I had sirloin steaks, what would I do with them to make them not so chewy?
Hot, fast, and slice them thin.
Okay.
I'd agree with that.
Okay.
Yeah. If you didn't want to,
because I don't like marinades. I would rather
pull them early so your carryover doesn't overcook them.
Right.
Okay.
If you got a thermometer, stick them with a thermometer and let them get up to like 130 and then take them out.
Take them off. Okay.
Then,
okay.
You know, but
for
the whole idea is.
For me, I'd be polling at about 120.
Oh, okay.
115, 120. That's the way I like them.
Okay.
Yeah. Because it'll
that may be rare for some people.
Well, I like my steaks normally medium rare.
Well, I do too.
That's my favorite.
The sirloin will go tough. Tom knows that. It'll go tough pretty quick.
And it's so chewy. Oh, Mike, I did cook the shank and I made some mistakes. I kind of overcooked it a little bit, but I saved it with a kind of like a sort of like a burgundy sauce, gravy-ish thing. And it was delicious. I thought that the meat on it was going to be super dry because of how dark it was. But it wasn't. And it really surprised me that it wasn't really dry. So I'm going tomorrow to get me some more of those shanks because that's going to be in the rotation from now on.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
And I thank you for teaching me how to cook them, Tom.
Oh, no problem.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, I mean, sirloin. In fact, I'm doing my podcast is going to be all about that. Cooking tougher meats, how to make them a little more tolerable than.
Yeah,
I can remember as a kid, having a sirloin. Okay, that was the big thing, and I'd take two pieces and chew it until Monday morning.
Right,
it's just too hard.
Well, my grandmother, she used to cook steaks on a hibachi grill on the back porch for me and my brother when we were little kids, and she would buy something called Delmonico. What is that?
It's another cut of meat from the chuck.
Okay.
Okay. So I mean,
well, she always did a really good job, and it tasted great.
Yeah. And that came from Delmonico's in New York City.
Oh, okay.
That was a very famous from the early 1900s. That was one of the biggest steakhouse houses in the city. So, yeah. So
now, if I have leftover sirloin, I'll generally put in the refrigerator overnight, and then I'll slice it up just as thin as I can possibly get it, and then steam it up, warm it up in a skillet with a little barbecue sauce and stuffed potatoes with it.
Yeah,
and they'll come out really tender that way.
That sounds great. Yeah. Now, I do like barbecue sauce. Yeah. I do like.
In a restaurant, we used to grill them up ahead of time. Okay.
Yeah.
And then overnight, like Grumpus said, put them on a tray, wrap them, put them on a tray. The next day, that was a lunchtime deal. Slice it real thin. You can make sandwiches with them or whatever.
Right. Well, and when I have leftover sirloin, what I usually do is slice it like you said, and I put it in omelets for Poppy for breakfast in the morning.
Yeah.
And he really likes that.
Yeah.
Grumpus, you look like you're exhausted.
I'm feeling my lids are getting a little heavy.
I can tell. Why
Well,
don't
we
we
sat.
end the live stream? It's been 2 hours and 49 minutes, and that's plenty of time. And just thank everybody for coming in and hanging out with us tonight. Grumpus, thank you. Tom, thank you. My panel is always amazing. And I guess I'll see y'all again real soon. All right.
I hope so.
Okay.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right, Tom. See you. Everybody in the chat, thanks. I hope you have a great Mother's Day. Charlotte, I hope you have a good Mother's Day, and I hope Maria does too.
And here we go.
Good night, everybody.
See ya.
Why can't I end this stupid stream? What's wrong? Oh, I know why. Because this new computer is not a touch screen. Good night.